and came up with it. It's a great invention in theology. Okay, it was the right word to use. And the Hebrew writer of Hebrews is using it. So when he's using it here in Hebrews 11:1, see the same word? This is just the genitive version. Hupostasis is as you saw right here. Okay, hupostasis. That's the nominative version, the lower blue highlight. That's the nominative case. Up here in Hebrews 1:3, that's the genitive. Same word. Okay? See, there it is in Hebrews 11, but that's not all. Then we have, all right, Hebrews 3:14. All right? And here we go, Hupostasis. Hupostasis. Sorry. Okay? And see, we are part of him. That's what Hebrews 3:14 is about. All right? So you've got these three verses that all use the same term. So the writer is using them like bookends, and it's called threading in the Bible. This is the way you establish the divine quality of the writing, is the quality of the threading that you do of one word that was written maybe in Genesis or some other book, and how you thread it through to your book. Or also how you thread your own words from a past to a future paragraph. All right, so you see that? You see they work like little stair steps. You start out in Hebrews 1:3 with Hupostasis, talking about his own nature. And then in Hebrews 3:14, you see at the bottom of the screen, it's talking about us sharing in his nature. Okay, if we share in his nature, Ani, we share in his trials. And what was the trial? Right here. Estin de pistis epizomeno. Hopings, believings, confident expectation in what? What is believed? What is that? The word. Believed word. Pistis. That's the first meaning of it in the Greek, in the Bible. Epizomeno. That's people. Okay? People believing. Hupostasis. Who is that? That's Christ. And forget the comma. It doesn't belong there. Pragmaton. Trial matters. Alright? So, estin de pistis, epizomenon. Okay? It's his nature, bottom of the screen. Middle of the screen. We share in that nature, bottom of the screen. So the nature of our trials is estin de pistis, epizomenon. Believing confidently in the word. I like to translate that best. It's about confidence in word, to match the meter. Estin de pistis, epizomenon. It's about confidence in word. I try to match the cadence. Hupostasis pragmaton, Christ on trial. In you. Okay, pragmaton, plural. This ending right here, this W, what looks like a WV, that's the endings for people, not things. You're on trial. Trial matters concerning your life, right now, before God. Elegos, evidence. Not. Blepomenon, again, see this ending, blepomenon means to see, okay, and this is seeings. These are literally participles. Okay, let me get rid of, so you can see this. Okay, epizomenon is a participle. You can see that in the bottom of the screen. Now, participles are verbs. People do these verbs. They're not things. All right? Epizomenon, people hoping. Pragmaton, people under trial. Specifically Christ's trial, but just get the fact that this is a plural that's going on. All right? Trial matters are with people. People go to trial. Elegos ublepomeno, people see. These aren't things. There are no things here. So, notice how horribly and blasphemously translated is the King James, the NIV, the NAU, and really pretty much everybody else. I tried to find a good translation of it, and there's not one Bible in any language I can read which gets it right. Okay, these are all the English translations. Okay, they're all stupid. Look at this. Faith is the assurance of things hoped for. No, there are no things in the verse. Christ is in the verse. They cut his head off. Do you see that? Estin de pistis. Okay, pistis. Believings. In what? The word. Esteem, it's about word, believed, confidently expected, hoped for. Hoped in. Not things, the word. The word is a person. Hupostasis, nickname for Christ. We just saw that. Alright, we saw him do that. Started out in Hebrews 1:3 talking about his own nature, hupostasis, right there. And we saw it again where we share in that nature. Hupostasis. We become partakers. At least they got that part of it right. Hupostasis. Hupostaseus. Got that? It's in the pistis del pisomenon. It's about word believed. Confidently. It's about confidence in word would be good English. That's the first clause. Hupostasis pragmaton. Christ on trial. Christ thinking on trial in you. Hupostasis pragmaton. Christ on trial. Christ thinking on trial. Elego sublepomenon. Evidence unseen. That means the thinking in you of Christ in you. Evidence unseen because it's invisible. Okay, does that look anything like any of these stupid ass translations? No, they all blaspheme God. So whoever translated them, they're all carnal. So are you going to say that your translated Bible is worth reading? I don't think so. Now you have to have a translation. And you have to work with one. But if you're just relying on the translation, then you hate God. Because look what they do here. Hupostasis is Christ. Not a thing. And look at how man is glorified by these ugly, horrible, blasphemous translations. Now faith is the assurance of things hoped for. Oh, now you can pat yourself on the back because you believe so much in this thing that doesn't make sense. The conviction of things not seen. Can you be more blasphemous than this? And look at them. This is the New American Standard Bible. This is the New International Version. This is the KJV. So screw all you people who believe the KJV is inspired. This is maligning Christ, this verse. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for. Oh, I'm a human being and I have faith. Aren't I a wonderful person? And God is cut out of the picture. Do you see that? Don't you ever tell me the King James Version is inspired. But then the rest of them aren't any good either. Young's Literal Translation, that's another New American Standard. That's Darby, that's Douay-Rheims, the Catholic version. And Catholics don't care about cutting God's head off. They cut his head off in Matthew 16:18. So why not cut his head off here? And then, of course, these other Bibles are just as bad. All right? Now, let's see if I skip to foreign. I don't have all the foreign language Bibles installed. But let's try and see if we can find any foreign Bibles. Of course, here's your Vulgate. Oh, what a piece of crap that is. Estatem fede sperandarum substantia rerum argumentum non parentum. Boy, he didn't care about getting that verse right. Okay, that's the Creole version. That's the French. Different French versions up here. They're all wrong. Look how bad they all are. Unbelievable. I can't speak so much to the German, but they don't look all that great. My German, I didn't learn it all that well, so I forgot it. If you guys see a good German translation, let me know. I'd really like to say something nice for a change. Okay, and then here's the Italian. They all fail. Every one of them. Here's the Spanish. My favorite of the Spanish is the Regina. But it doesn't even get it right either. This is my favorite Spanish version. Or this one. But they're all really bad. Look how bad they all are. Es pues la fe sustancia de las cosas que se esperan, la demostración de las cosas que no se ven. Yeah. Christ is cut out of the picture, isn't he? Even though we know the word hupostasis, even though we say the word hypostatic union, so it's an English word now, and we don't catch on here. So now let's do it again one final time. Okay? Estin de pistis, el pisomenon. That's the end of the first clause. Hupostasis pragmaton, end of the second clause, elegho sublepomenon. Now, it's a meter. Okay? It's about confidence in word. Christ on trial. There's Christ on trial. Evidence unseen. So don't ever tell me that a translation is worth reading. Okay? You have to use one. You're stuck with that because if you're, we have to learn these languages after we've learned our own native language. Okay, fine. But you go to the original or you don't love God.